AIA Vitality. Your health is every choice you make. We are part of a global wellness program with over 1.65 million members in AIA across Asia. And in Singapore, we have more than 100,000 members on AIA Vitality. Members live healthier by knowing their health through online health assessments and screenings. They improve their health by logging exercises and enjoying the rewards to keep them going. And indeed, members are making improvements in their health. Even the vitality age gap has narrowed to less than a year. Best of all, you earn points for every activity. The higher your status, the greater the rewards, including up to 15% off insurance premium on selected AIA plans. To keep you going, there is the weekly fitness challenge with personalized targets to help pace and improve your fitness. When you complete the challenge, you get a spin on the Vitality Wheel to earn Vitality Coins, which you can use at the marketplace. That's not all. You also earn AIA Vitality Points for completing these activities. And very soon, you'll be on your way to Platinum status. And we sweeten the deal further with many exciting partner benefits that you can enjoy. With AIA Vitality, nothing gets better than a healthier you. So get onto AIA Vitality today because your health is every choice you make.
And so within a blink of an eye, we are on to match day 2 of the 2021 AIA Singapore Premier League season. A very warm welcome and thank you for your company ahead of this clash at the Jalan Besar Stadium between the Young Lions and Albirex Niigata. 19 goals scored in the opening weekend and a whopping 12 of those was at this very stadium. So fingers crossed that streak continues ahead of what should be a tasty 90 minutes right here at Jalan Besar. Before we continue our build-up, let's check in with both coaches, starting with Young Lions.
Coach Philip, you are back on a 3-3 draw against Balestier. How have you prepared for today's game?
Well, we only have 2 days to prepare for this game. As a coach, I don't like it because it's too short a time. Yeah, it was all about recovery, making sure that the players are fresh, because a lot of them are national servicemen and students. So yeah, that has been the 2 days preparation.
Okay, so last season, the Young Lions failed to win against Albirex on both occasions. What will you be looking from your side for tonight?
To be honest, I'm not bothered by the past. I think the present is important, the future is important. So yeah, told the boys to come out today against a very good team, play the brand of football that we want to play. At the end of the day, the result comes good for us. If it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, play the football that we know we can.
All right, last one. You are, of course, up against the champions. What do you think will be the biggest challenge here tonight?
We have to be disciplined as a team, because, yeah, like you rightly said, we're playing against the champions, and they have good players this season. Yeah, to stay together, play the brand of football that we can, and yeah, let's see where that will take us.
Coach Chess, so Albirex have won the last 14 encounters against the Young Lions. What are your thoughts heading into tonight's game?
Well, I think tonight's game is going to be the same as every other game we come up against. The boys have been working hard. It's just the second game of the season, and it's getting the rust off so we can get going again.
All right, your first game of the season saw you beat Hougang United quite comfortably. What will we expect tonight? Do we have the same lineup?
No, I think because we have 2 games in almost like under 4 days, I think it's a lot harder for us to keep the same lineup going, and especially with games coming thick and fast. I think we'll be making some changes here and there, but...
Okay, the last one. And what do you think will be your biggest challenge here against the Young Lions?
I think it will be fatigue, because playing 2 games in 3 days is not very easy. Muscles are sore, and you know, it's a rainy day as well, so the surface, and Young Lions is a new team this year, so you don't know what to expect. They had a good result over the weekend, and I'm sure they're hungry for more.
As the Young Lions prepare to welcome the champions, Albirex Niigata. Once again, this is the second game in 4 days for both of these teams, but they've got plenty of promise from the opening round. Champions Albirex Niigata got off to a winning start, while Young Lions gave a good account of themselves. Confirmation of the match officials. It's Mohammad Taufik Tana, the man in the middle. He'll be assisted by Andy Tan and Rutran Raj. The fourth official is Juhaman Zaiton, and the match commissioner today is K. Sukuma. Here come both the teams, led out by the match officials, as well as the respective captains. The Young Lions in their now accustomed red kits, led out by Danish Irfan. As for Albirex Niigata, they are in their white strips, and they are led out by Kazuki Hashioka. This is, of course, one of 4 live games happening across the island today. Balestier Khalsa hosting Tampines Rovers, Tanjong Pagar United up against the Lion City Sailors. And there's a tasty tussle brewing over at Hougang as Hougang United take on Geylang International. All games, of course, coming to you live across Singtel, StarHub, the AIA Singapore Premier League Facebook page, and the One Play Sports Network. I'll be keeping tabs of all the action and the goals as they happen. So be sure to stick with us in the here and now. We are at the Jalan Besar Stadium and kickoff is minutes away. The Young Lions gave a wonderful account of themselves on the opening weekend, as did the champions Albirex Niigata. 13 new signings for the Japanese team, but all of them seem to click. And they got off to a winning start, 3-1 against Hougang United, led by, of course, Kiyoshiro Suboi, who scored 2. In your picture there, the 2 Singaporeans in the Albirex team, Fairoz Hassan and Nikki Melvin Singh. The Young Lions themselves did exceptionally right here at Jalan Besar. Despite conceding 3, Coach O took plenty of positives as they snagged a 3-all draw against Balestier Khalsa. Hami Shahin stepping off the bench to grab the equalizer, as did Khairin Nadim, and of course Ilhan Fandi, the only man to score and assist after the opening weekend. There are some enforced changes for both these teams. I will get to the team news very, very shortly. For now, though, it's the coin toss led by Kazuki Hashioka of Albirex and Hami Shahin. There we go then, the lineup for Young Lions. 2 new faces who stepped off the bench at the weekend. They are Hami Shahin, who comes in, as well as Danish Kayum. Joel Chiu, who was outstanding in the opening round, misses out due to national service obligations. Shabil Hisham is on the bench. He's a new signing, and he might feature later today. As for the champions, Albirex, they have 1 enforced change. Ryosuke Nagasawa has made way from the weekend, and in comes Ryo Kunimoto. Apart from that, it's still Takahiro Koga in goal. Goal scoring Takahiro Tezuka, the centre-back who got off the mark at the weekend, will be in the lineup, as well as Kiyoshiro Suboi. And as I mentioned earlier, the 2 Singaporeans, Fairoz Hassan and Nikki Melvin Singh, lead the line. There's your head coach, Philip O of the Young Lions, only just confirmed as the official head coach of the Young Lions, despite taking charge of training in the absence of Nazrin Naseh. A man who fully believes in youth philosophy and youth football. Cut his teeth at Home United, then went on to Hougang, and now he finds himself in the hot seat for the Young Lions. Plenty of the pre-match talk has been about if Young Lions can build on their impressive opening weekend, showing plenty of fight. Coach O was quick to dispel that and saying he's looking for performances. The result may not come, but he wants his team to perform, and by bringing in Hami Shahin and Danish Kayum, he certainly is rewarding those who have done well. As for the opposing dugout, Keiji Shigatomi, already a champion last season. He has to navigate 13 new signings and contend with the likes of Lion City Sailors and Tampines Rovers. if Albirex, if, that's a very big if they are to win a 5th league title in 6 years. The man in the middle, dressed in yellow, Muhammad Taufik Tana, will be keen to keep a lid on proceedings. This will be a tough assignment for the Young Lions. They have lost the past 14 encounters to Albirex Niigata. And they couldn't choose a better day to get that streak going. Albirex, of course, have won the last 14 encounters. The last win for Young Lions in this fixture came in November 2015. Kickoff is just now minutes away at the Jalan Besar Stadium. And it's the Young Lions who will get us underway. Ilhan Fandi tasked to get things going. A final check of the watch by Taufik Tana. Of course, there are 3 other games going on, and we're trying to keep things sick for you. One final check. He's happy, and we're off at the Jalan Besar Stadium. The Young Lions dressed in red against the champions Albirex Niigata, dressed in white. That's a loose ball early on by the goalkeeper Ridwan Fikri. Gathered though. And straight away, Albirex are looking to press on the front foot. The champions have begun. And if the Young Lions are not careful here, early touch of the ball here for Danish Kayum, who's lost out. And it's Albirex who gather possession. Yamashita all the way back to Takahiro Koga, who of course celebrated his birthday last week and gave a very good, sharp performance on his debut against Hougang United. Was the busier of the 2 keepers in the second half. Drew a couple of smart saves to keep his team's lead intact. And he has to deal with that. And he's kept it in play impressively. And too close for comfort, says Taufik Tana. And that's the first break of play for a free kick for the Young Lions. Raihan Stewart famously cut his teeth at Warriors before joining the Young Lions last year, and has very much become an elder statesman in this very young team. Danish Irfan, the man with the armband, picks out Sharul Sazali. And once again, Albirex are pressing from the get-go here. The champions have been very, very impressive in their title defense on the opening weekend. A comfortable, clinical 3-1 win. Shot for handball there, and it's given. It does go the Young Lions' way. And it does look like Ridwan Fikri will leave this to his captain, Irfan, to deal with. Once again, Young Lions happy to play this out of the back. Coach O, of course, a man of footballing philosophy, and that's a philosophy he'll be looking to implement as the season goes on. Both teams complained about fatigue. Just 2 games into the season, fatigue is already being mentioned. Unfortunately, it comes with the territory of getting the season started. This is the 2nd game in 4 days, before Young Lions go up against Geylang International at the weekend. And Albirex Niigata in action against Balstia Khalsa at the weekend. In the here and now, though, if you're just joining us, welcome along to the Jalan Besar Stadium, the home, of course, of the Young Lions this season. And they are entertaining the champions, Albirex Niigata. Sharul with the throw-in to his captain, Irfan. And that's a loose pass that's given Shuboy half a chance. Once again, calamitous at the back, Syed Akmal. You can't give Suboy a sniff, the man who got 2. Let's have another look. Irfan to Syed Akmal. Loose pass, early jitters perhaps, and Suboy got the shot on target. Thankfully, Ridwan Fikri was able to gather. Let's have another look. Too casual. Suboy on target, Fikri catching it at the 2nd time of asking, and it is a set-piece opportunity here for Albirex Niigata. They, of course, scored a set-piece at the weekend. Suboy was the man who put the goal in from a free kick. More to do with goalkeeping than the quality of the strike, but they all count nonetheless. Zamani Zamri. Previously of Albirex Niigata in 2019, he was part of the Japanese outfit, and he has mentioned in the build-up he did learn plenty from his stint with the Japanese outfit, and he's told to move away as they look to take this free kick, and looks like they'll be going straight for goal the way this is panning out. It does look like Ryoya Taniguchi will stand on this. He had 4 goals in 14 appearances in 2020. Can he add to it? That doesn't clear the wall, and Young Lions clear their lines as Albirex come again, and the referee has called it back as someone's on the deck, and he's called immediately for the stretcher. We do hope this is nothing too serious. It is Ilhan Fandi who finds himself on the deck. He is smiling, so that bodes well. Taniguchi coming over to check everything is okay with Ilhan Fandi. Syed Akmal, amidst all that, got a yellow card. Not the most comfortable of starts for Syed Akmal. Let's have another look at the free kick. Taniguchi, Ilhan Fandi, brave defending, took it straight in his face and then went down in a half. Taufik Tana will get us underway with a drop ball here. Tokiwa. Here comes Captain Hashioka, who's the assist king, the leading assisting defender in 2020. Started the season with another assist for the 3rd goal of Albirex Niigata against Hougang. He's a real threat down the right flank and a real leader with that armband. Once again, it's Albirex who've got off to a more pressing start as the Young Lions continue to give away niggly fouls. No rush here for Albirex. There's a long searching ball for Hashioka, and he's got it. Hashioka, can he play this? He's looking to beat the defender, looking for support. Comes in the way of Takahiro Tezuka. Has gone all the way to Fairoz Hassan, who's taken a shot from range. And that had Fikri scrambling. Yet another player on the deck here. It does look like there was an after in that challenge. Let's have another look. There we go, left a foot in. And then Fairoz Hassan with the shot from range. That was just wide. Might cause a bit of bruising tomorrow, I'm sure. But hopefully he's good enough to continue. He is grimacing with pain. Back on his feet here, Kosuke Chiku. He's the set-piece taker-in-chief for Albirex Niigata. Fitting to his number 8. He was in the thick of things over the weekend, and hopefully this doesn't affect his mobility just too much. Fikri will get us started from the back. Syed Akmal, who's already picked up a yellow card. That's a tasty ball for Ilhan. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the touch, and he goes all the way back to Koga. His first touch evaded him here as he goes out for a throw-in. We did say this is one of 4 live games across the island today, and I can confirm that there has been the first goal of match week 2, and it's Geylang International who've drawn first blood against Hougang United. Amy Reka there with the goal after just 5 minutes. So it's the Eagles, Geylang International, who have the advantage. As the Young Lions come here, Koga quickly off his line to clear the danger. Confirmation then, Geylang International leading against Hougang. The games between Tanjong Pagar and Lions City Sailors remain goalless, as does Ballistic Alsa and Tampines Rovers. And the one here we are focusing on, Young Lions against Albirex Niigata, is still goalless. Fikri on the ball here, launches it long for his fullback, and is kept in play well here. If Raihan Stewart can catch it, yes he can. Has he given himself too much to do? No, he hasn't. That's an outstanding block by the Albirex man as it goes out for a Young Lions throw-in. He's left it for Amir Shafiz to take. Quick swap of the ball. Does look like it'll be long throw time here. Amir Shafiz does put this in the box. Cleared by Albirex Niigata. He will have a second bite at the cherry. Same outcome. And Fairoz Hassan eventually completes the clearance for Albirex. But the Young Lions gather possession and come again. Here comes Irfan on the ball. Harris Stewart to Akmal. Over to Raihan Stewart. Looking for the overlap, and they've got it. Out came the defender to give away a throw-in. This time, though, it does look like Raihan Stewart will be on throw-in duty. Plays it short to Amir Shafiz, who's touch a beat at him, and Albirex will come again. Sharp defending by the Young Lions, and Albirex will get us started from the throw-in. And news just filtering through that Hougang United have drawn themselves level against Geylang International. Just 10 minutes played at the Hougang Stadium and already 2 goals, 1 apiece between Hougang United and Geylang International. I'll keep you up to date as to who the goal scorer was as soon as I know. Our producers did pick out the Hougang Geylang game as the featured game, and I must say they chose right. In the here and now, though, it's Albirex who are in the ascendancy. Hashioka will get us started with this throw-in as the Young Lions try and defend with all they've got. Sharul Sazali with the clearance. Amongst the players on the bench for Young Lions and coach Philip O is Shabil Hisham, who spent a year at Tanjung Pagar United before coming back to the Young Lions. He's returned from suspension and he starts on the bench today and could possibly make his debut. As well on the bench is Khairin Nadim, a real standout player who had a breakthrough year last season and started this year with a goal on match day 1. He's on the bench, and in all likelihood, we'll see some action in the second half. Also on the bench is a former Swan. Daniel Goh, of course, spent 2020 with Albirex Niigata. He's returned to the Young Lions, and he finds himself on the Young Lions bench and might feature against his former team at some point. The good thing about not having fans in the stadium is you hear every shout, every call by the players and the coaches. And once again, Coach Philip O telling the Albirex player to take his time, no rush. That's a fair bit of sportsmanship there by Coach O. And we do get underway. It's Syed Akmal who will play this out from the back. Maybe not. He passes the ball to Danish Irfan. Just happy to keep possession between the centre-backs as they look to build from the back. That's a long ball forward that Ilhan will chase, and rightfully the referee had his flag up. Ilhan Fandi. They're looking for that ball over the top more than once. Let's have another look. I don't think that was ever in question there. Even Ilhan was looking at the referee more than he was at the ball. And the flag rightfully went up. Here come Albirex, Fairoz Hassan looking for a teammate. Ilhan Fandi tasked with leading the line. Scored 1 and set up 1 over the weekend. And with his brothers Irfan and Ihsan getting plenty of success in their respective careers, the pressure must be mounting for him to match their success. Already plenty of calls in the interwebs as to when he might move on to a bigger move overseas. Time will tell. For now, though, he spent 2021 with the Young Lions, and they will hope he continues the way he started the season and leads them to bigger things than they have in the previous few seasons. He had a man on, no one informed him as Albirex push, and they will try the shot from range. Yet again, a shot from range that's gone just wide. Once again, it was that man, Taniguchi, who stole possession in the middle of the park and only had one thing on his mind, to unleash the shot. That went just wide of Fikri's post. Here we go. Good first touch. Didn't waste a second, took the snapshot. Safety first from Fikri. Doesn't go far though as Albirex gather possession and come again. Has to be a push from the back that is rightfully spotted by Taufik Tana and given as a free kick. Just a quick recap of the scores around the grounds. It remains 0-0 between Tampines Rovers and Balestier Khalsa. No goals between Tanjung Pagar and Lion City Sailors. Over at Hougang, though, there's been 2 goals. Amy Reka opening the scoring for Geylang International before Tomoyuki Doi has scored his first goal for the Cheetahs to draw his team level. It's 1-1 at the Hougang Stadium. In the here now at the Jurong East Stadium, about 15 minutes played. It remains 0-0 between the Young Lions and Albirex Niigata. As Ryan Stewart gets us underway with this throw-in. Well held up here. This might be a chance if it's not dealt with. It is dealt with comfortably in the end by Syed Akmal, heading it back to Fikri, who picks up the ball and gets us started again. Throw out to Irfan, regathers possession. Too close for comfort, this could be a chance. It's Suboy, it's 1-0, that was a gift. It's that man, Ryoya Taniguchi, who's opened his account for 2021. And it's Albirex Niigata who've taken the lead at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Let's have another look. I'm not sure Fikri will want to have another look. It's too close for comfort, slipped. And how about this, Suboy, composure to pick out Taniguchi. There we have it, he slipped. Suboy didn't. Passed it to Taniguchi, 1-0 to Albirex Niigata. That's a second game in a row where Albirex have been gifted the opener due to calamitous goalkeeping. Ryoya Taniguchi had 4 goals in 14 appearances last year, and now he's opened his 2021 account with 1 goal to get us underway at the Jalan Besar Stadium. The Young Lions have to come from behind again, something they have already done this season. And we'll be seeing if they can do it today. Coach O did talk about learning and growing as a team. I'm pretty sure Ridwan Fikri will learn and grow from that mistake, as will his centre-back in front of him, who did put him in a spot of bother. There's football left to be played here, only about 20 minutes gone. So the Young Lions have time to salvage the situation. The problem is they are going up against the champions. Hamish Shahin, who's given the chance to start, having made an impact off the bench, has done precious little thus far. But he only needs a minute to flip the game, flip the script. Oh, that was a tasty coming together. And it's Hashioka who will get us on the way with the throw-in. All the way back, Chiku. to Kunimoto. Back to Chiku. Picks out his fullback. He's done well to cut in. Asking a lot of Taniguchi there. It does seem like there was a follow-up in the challenge. Taufik Tana has called it back. There is a man on the deck. It's Yu Tokiwa who finds himself on the receiving end. First touch, let the ball run, and then the follow-up wasn't too kind by Amir Shafiz. Let's have another look at this angle. There we go, that's what took out Tokiwa. He's up and running, and so are Albirex. That's a ball that's gone all the way. Unfortunately, Hachioka could not keep it in play. From the throw comes Sharul Sazali. Very, very tight. Too tight, says Taufik Tana, as the Young Lions get a free kick. And while the Young Lions have been fairly comfortable in possession at the back, we have created precious little through the middle. Apart from a couple of speculative long balls, nothing much else has really come to fruition for the Young Lions as it stands. That's one in midfield though by Harris Stewart. As Albirex look to build from the back. They do have players bombing forward, well dealt with by Raihan Stewart. That goes out for a throw-in. It does look like Coach O is bellowing some instructions from the touchline. I did hear the name Hami Shahin being mentioned. He has been fairly quiet in the opening exchanges here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Hami Shahin, a prodigious talent who made his bow with then Home United and has found home at the Young Lions since. Started the season brightly off the bench and hoping to do the same from the get-go today as the Young Lions look to mount a serious goal threat to peg themselves back. Albirex gathered, and they will come again through Nikki Melvin Singh. And the referee's rightfully given it as a handball against Fairoz Hassan. Ryan Stewart to Harris Stewart. No one on the receiving end of that pass as Albirex gather possession and come again through Yamashita, who's gone to Kunimoto. And it does look like Takahiro Tezuka has been pushed up to midfield today, which means Kunimoto, the only change from the weekend, has slot in alongside Yamashita in defense. Hashioka here with the ball. That gives Fairoz Hassan something to chase. Thankfully dealt with. And once again, Albirex Niigata have won themselves a free kick in a comfortable position. And it's Albirex Niigata who will get us started. Suboi is already eyeing this one. One of 4 players to score 2 at the opening weekend. Brought in, of course, to fill the big shoes of the departing Tomiyuki Doi, and Suboi gave a good account of themselves on opening day, scoring 2. As Fikri arranges his wall ahead of this free kick. Here it comes. That's on target, and he spills it. And the chance remains until the safety first clearance. Koga all the way out. Anywhere will do. This is pinball stuff from Young Lions at the moment. And that goes out for Young Lions throw-in. Let's look at the free kick again. On target, yet again, questionable handling by the goalkeeper. Thankfully, there was the clearance to come on target, but surely he should be gathering that in his arms. Here come Young Lions. Fundy with the chance. That was good pressure as Coach O is bellowing on the touchline. Unfortunately, is given as a Albirex free kick. Much disbelief of Zamani Zamri. Let's have another look. Ilhan gave his teammate a ball to chase. In the end, it did look like a shoulder challenge more than anything else, but the man hit the deck and the referee put the whistle in his mouth. Koga gets us started from the back. Once again, Albirex with the advantage, courtesy of Ryoya Taniguchi. Here comes Hashioka, who's beaten the defender and will look to put this ball in if he can. Picks out a teammate, and that's the ball to chase. Fairoz Hassan put the header just wide. And that brings us to the water break. In the meantime, let's have a look at this chance. A real tasty ball, and Fairoz Hassan tried to get it on target. Unfortunately, didn't. Once again, it's that man Chiku pulling the strings in midfield. Look for a teammate with a pinpoint ball. He found a teammate. Unfortunately, the header just missed the target. 26 minutes, I do beg your pardon, played at the Jalan Besar Stadium, and it's Albirex Niigata who have the advantage, courtesy of Ryoya Taniguchi. There we have it. The champions, of course, looking to pick up a second consecutive win to kickstart 2021. While the Young Lions did pick up a good point against Ballistic Ulcer, especially considering they were trailing by 2 goals at 1 point. To finish the game 3-3 was a good result. And they would be looking to garner some of that spirit to get something from the game today. It's Fikri who gets us started after the water breaks. Once again, one of 4 games happening across the island today. It remains goalless between Ballistic Ulcer and Tampines Rovers, as well as Tanjong Pagar and the Lion City Sailors. There have been 2 goals, though, at Hougang Stadium. Hougang United and Geylang International both have scored 1 apiece. It's 1-1 between both those teams. And at the Jalan Besar Stadium here, it's 1-0 to Albirex, who've now given away a free kick, courtesy of a foul on Ilhan Fandi. Let's have another look on the foul. Once again, the pressing just getting the better of the Albirex man. And then a bit of a clumsy challenge that saw Ilhan Fandi hit the deck and the free kick being given. Surely too far to go for goal as Sharul Sazali plays it quick. Taufik Tana not happy that the free kick was taken quickly, and he's going to tell them to take it again. Once again, I've commentated on a few games with Taufik Tana as the man in the middle, and he does seem like a no-nonsense kind of referee. Often lays down a marker in the early exchanges to set the tone for the rest of the game, and he's done so here, disallowing the quickly taken free kick. And Sharul Sazali will come again. That's an interesting ball in. That's cleared by Hashioka. That's a shot from range. Has gone into the netting, high and wide. Raihan Stewart with the shot from range. Hashioka with the clearance. I do beg your pardon, that was Hamish Shahin with the shot from range. Unfortunately for him, the technique was all wrong as it went into what they call row Z. Koga gets us underway with the goal kick. Taufik not happy with the contact as he's given the free kick the Young Lions way, and we get started from the back. Danish looking for a teammate, doesn't find him. Hamishain on the ball. That's a good switch of play, looking for the forward run. Unfortunately, didn't find its intended target. He's on the ball again here, Hamishain. I must say I've said his name more since the water break. And he'll be crucial to the chances of the Young Lions today. All the way back to Danish Irfan. Fikri on the ball. Plays it short to his captain. And Danish with the long ball forward. There was a follow-through on that challenge. Ilhan, though, has kept it in play and has picked out a teammate with an excellent ball. The Young Lions have something to bite here. Unfortunately, that ball was disappointing. That went high and wide and out for a goal kick. And that chance comes to nothing. Takahiro Koga, one of 13 new faces for Albirex. Of course, he's just 22 years of age, only recently 22, turned 22 on the 11th of March. And he had a promising game against Hougang, and I'll be hoping for more of the same today. As Albirex come again in acres of space, Taniguchi failed with the contact entirely. And he knows it. That was a chance. Let's have another look. Once again, in acres of space behind Irfan. All he needed was the right contact. He didn't find it. And the Young Lions are let off the hook. Needed to do a lot better. With a goal to his name already, you would have thought he would have conjured something better. Unfortunately not. And it's Fikri who gets us underway. Raihan Takin, says Coach O, and he obeys the coach's orders. Shots on target here, as you can see, it's all Albirex. 3 shots on target compared to Young Lions, who forfeit precious little. That, though, can change with just one chance, as there's only 1 goal in it so far. Koga clears the ball with authority. And it's Raihan Stewart and Nicky Melvin Singh who'll go toe-to-toe with this. It is Raihan Stewart who comes out on top. Hamishain lays it off for his teammate. Once again, that final ball seems to be severely lacking for this Young Lions team. That was a high boot, I could tell from here. So can Taufik Tana. It stops for a free kick that goes Albrex's way. Tokiwa will get us started. He passes to Tezuka. Yamashita here to his centre-back partner, Kunimoto. As Albirex look to build on their 1-goal cushion. That's an interesting ball for Taniguchi to chase. He does keep it in play, and he's done well taking on the defender. Well marshaled by Syed Akmal. Had to be careful, and he was. Albirex though gather possession and come again through this ball. Taniguchi! Another header that's gone off target. That's so off target, it's gone out for a throw-in. Let's have another look. Tireless work here from Albirex. First losing possession, and then quickly gathering it back. Taniguchi kept himself onside, and the ball came in for the header. Unfortunately, he tried to glance it into the net, didn't succeed. Raihan Stewart had to do a lot better with the clearance. Thankfully for him, Taniguchi could not find the target. Here comes Fairoz Hassan. Kept the ball well. Chiku. Well defended by Sharul Sazali. Hashioka gets us underway with the throw. And he's kept it. Unfortunately, he almost kept it. It's gone out of play. It does look like Taniguchi's gone down innocuously. I don't think there was a touch on him, but he does look to be tugging at his left leg. Let's have another look at what happened here. A closer look there. Oh, it does look like Sazali might have caught Taniguchi in his attempt to clear the ball. It's play on for now. And it does look like Taniguchi is going to run that one off. Once again, it's Taniguchi's goal. That is the difference between the two teams for now. As Fairo Sasan gets the ball and Taniguchi with the touch. Suboi with the smart turn. That was a follow through. Has not been spotted by the referee. It's Syed Akmal with the follow through as he runs back. And nothing's been given as Fikri gets us underway from the back. Ryan Stewart to Hami Shahin. All the way back to his captain, Danish Irfan. Sazali here. Once again, Hami looking to spread the play, and he's found Haris Stewart, who's found Raihan Stewart, who has to put a decent ball in. Unfortunately, he doesn't succeed, and possession has been gathered by Tokiwa, who's got 2 for company and done really well. And Albirex once again play themselves out of a tight position and look to conjure something up front. It is Suboi on the ball, and he's got Taniguchi for company. And he also has the overlap of Hashioka. Hashioka there had eyes for goal. Unfortunately, he had Syed Akmal for company and has gone out for a corner kick. Hashioka, mind you, is the right back, and he found himself in the left wing position here. Tells you all about the tireless application of the Albirex players. Here we go, Hashioka went into the box, had eyes for goal. Akmal said there was no way past him and has gone out for Albirex corner. It is Tokiwa on corner duty for today. And the Young Lions have to be careful of the set piece. That's in by Tokiwa. Headed away, I believe, by Ilhan Fandi as the White Swans gather possession. A little too overzealous by Nikki Melvin Singh, and that's been given as a Young Lions free kick. Amishain leaves the ball behind for Sazali to get us started again. Hami Shahin once again has found himself very much in the thick of things since moving into this slightly deeper role midway through the first half. The Young Lions expecting a free kick there. No, says Taufik Tana as Koga gathers possession. Let's have another look. Did he have a case? I'm not sure he did himself. As Zamri hit the deck too easily, said Taufik Tana. As Albirex get us underway with the throw-in. This will be meat and drink for Fikri. Danish Irfan has seen plenty of the ball as he looks to build from the back. Nothing opening up. He's given it all the way back to Fikri. He's picked out Akmal. Poor first touch in the middle of the park as Albirex gather possession. Koga to Yamashita. As the ball floated over the top. That's comfortable. Once again, they're looking for the run of Ilhan Fandi. That seems to be the Young Lions' game plan. Referee says play on. And Ilhan is onside here. What can Ilhan Fandi do? Unfortunately, he ran out of space. And once again, the Young Lions had a half sniff there after the ball broke their way. Ilhan Fandi looked to take on Chiku, beat the man, but unfortunately, the ball went out of play. Just over 5 minutes left to play in the first half at the Jalan Besar Stadium. It's Taniguchi who's picked out the man on the flank, and that's come all the way through. Syed Akmal's cleared his lines. And oh my God, Hashioka has scored a goal to... And the blushes have been spared by an offside flag. Hashioka thought he has scored to double Albrex's goal advantage. Young Lions failing to clear the lines properly as Hashioka came all the way through. And the handling there will give plenty of worry for Fikri. Thankfully, the flag went up and that won't count Fairoz Hassan was obstructing Fikri's line of sight, so a correct call to call it offside. But once again, Fikri's handling, leaving much to be desired. So the Young Lions let off the hook here, and they come again. Free kick given for the challenge by Yamashita on Ilhan Fandi. There's comfortable play here by Fikri. And Hami Shaheen played himself out of the tight position, which he does very well. Ilhan Fandi had one thing on mind, to beat the player. Unfortunately, he's only earned a throw-in. That's a Young Lions throw-in, and it's Sazali who gets us started. Just 5 minutes left to go in the first half. And the Young Lions will be looking for a strong finish to the first half. That's gone out of play too much. On it to salvage as Albirex take the break of play and get us started with this throw-in. Safety first from Harris Stewart. Just heading into half-time, I believe Albirex will be the happier of two sides, not just because of the scoreline, but they're fairly in control of this game. The Young Lions not offering that much, and Fairoz Hassan saw there, saw Fikri off his line and decided to take a pot shot. That was on target, as Fikri had to push it away. And it's gone out here for a corner kick that Chiku will take. Let's have another look. A shot from range. Once again, Fikri's handling, playing in the minds of the Albirex players as they are looking to capitalize from range here. He did well to push that away for a corner kick, which Keisuke Chiku will deliver. Here comes Chiku. And that's headed away as Albirex come again. Defending left to be done here. And the referee has got his flag up for offside. This time though, Fikri kept the ball out anyway. But the referee had his flag up. The linesman had his flag up, as more than one Albirex player were in an offside position. This angle will tell us everything we need to know. There we go. Flag went up right away. And so did the chance for Albirex Niigata to double their advantage. Danish Irfan. Syed Akmal. Loses possession as Albirex gather the ball. Koga confident enough to play out of his box. Here comes Yamashita, looking for the run of the fullback. Fairoz Hassan, safety first, all the way back. And that's Koga who's made a mistake. We've seen one goalkeeping error. That could very well have been number 2, if not for Ilhan Fandi to be running at such a speed. I must say, Koga looks calmness personified. But trust me, his heart will be beating. Koga acknowledges his error there and gets us started with the goal kick. That's gone all the way through, and Subo is adjudged to have fouled Hami Shaheen in that tussle for the high ball. As Hami Shaheen gets us underway, picks out Amir Shafiz, who's hit the deck, but play goes on. Sazali all the way back to Hami Shahin. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes of additional time here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. About 1 minute to the regulation, 45 and 2 minutes thereafter for Young Lions to finish the first half on a high and give themselves a lifeline going into the second half. It's been mostly Albirex in the opening exchanges of this game. They have created the better chances, did take the lead through Ryoya Taniguchi, albeit through the misfortune of Fikri, but they all count the same. And he's landed awkwardly on his back there and is clutching at his tailbone. It does look like the physio will have to be summoned. Here comes the physio just to check in. This might potentially increase the stoppage time that's been added. There we go, that's confirmation of 2 minutes. That was, of course, decided before Sazali hit the deck as he has. I'm sure Taufik Tana will do the necessary to add on in case of anything else. He has called for the stretcher. Unfortunately, that might be the end of the evening for Sazali. As you can see in your picture, Hamish Shahin and Danish Irfan just discussing the game plan of what is left in the first half. Here come the medical crew and the stretcher. Not what you like to see in a professional football game. Fairly innocuous as Sazali went up for the ball. Is the way he landed back first onto the turf, straight away clutching that lower tailbone area. Here we go, have another look. Ouch. For his sake, we hope it's nothing too serious. Get well soon, Sazali. For now, though, it does look like his race is run. I wonder if Coach O will wait till the break to make that change. Just opt for a quick cover. There are discussions taking place on the bench as well as between the physio. We will keep you up to date on if there is going to be a substitution. For now, though, the Young Lions get underway. We're into stoppage time here at the Jalan Besar Stadium between Young Lions and Albirex Niigata. First half stoppage time. In a first half that's seen Albirex take the lead courtesy of Ryoya Taniguchi. Irfan has the ball all the way back to Fikri as he launches this one forward. Dealt with by the Albirex defense as Raihan Stewart won the ball. Goes straight into the path of a White Swans player, though. And Albirex will be happy to just keep possession and see out the half here. I'm pleased to report that Sazali looks to be back up on his feet, so it might be less worse than we feared. Hasn't been given the green light to come on just yet, so the Young Lions do continue with 10 men. As Albirex looks to take advantage of it, they come. It's Taniguchi. Has to clear the ball, and he's done ever so well. That's very confident play by the defense, as Sazali, as you can see at the bottom of your screen, still feeling his back, but he's going to try and run it off, especially as we approach halftime. Once again, Albirex had a chance to double the advantage. The ball went all the way through to Tokiwa, who picked out goal scorer Taniguchi. And how about that for calm defending? As Fikri gets us underway with the goal kick. And it is half-time here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. As it stands, its advantage. Albirex Niigata, they have the 1-0 lead over the Young Lions. There's your goal scorer, Ryoya Taniguchi. He was provided a gift by Ridwan Fikri. He could not miss. He did have more than one chance to double the advantage, but as it stands, it remains 1-0 between Albirex Niigata and the Young Lions. The second half is just minutes away. We'll see you soon. The 1-goal lead, courtesy of Ryoya Taniguchi, with his first goal in 2021. Well, it was a gift more than a goal, and in a short while we'll take a look at the best of the action from the first half. There we have it. It was all Albirex in the first half. They did signal their intention, starting with this Fairouz Hassan effort that went just wide. There we go, let's have another look. Fairouz Hassan had only one thing on his mind, took the shot, thankfully, for Ridwan Fikri. It went just wide. And it was all Albirex as they came again. This was Taniguchi with the shot again, missing the target. But Albirex have clearly been told to shoot on sight. That was one of many, many shots they took from outside the box. Ryoya Taniguchi, first touch, first shot, just wide. Clearly, Taniguchi was in the mood for goals, and sooner rather than later, his wish would come true. Let's have another look at this. Not that Fikri will want to. Fikri absolutely messing up his clearance. Suboi on hand. Taniguchi into the back of the net. Too easy for the champions as they took the lead 1-0. Not that they matter how it goes in. They were given a gift against Hougang, and they were given a gift here. Suboi to Taniguchi into the back of the net. 1-0. Thank you very, very much. Suboi, already 2 goals to his name, now has an assist. Taniguchi, first goal of the season. And again, Fikri with questionable handling from that free kick from range. This time it was Suboi with the free kick that stung the palms of Fikri. Thankfully, a Young Lions player did get a boot to clear the ball. And as you can see from this highlight reel, it was all Albirex. Taniguchi with a gilt-edged opportunity to make it 2-0. Found themselves in acres of space in and around the penalty area after a delightful ball from the flank. Unfortunately, the connection with the header was poor and it went out high and wide. Technique all wrong, and the goal went begging. Again came Albirex, this time shocking defending from Young Lions, failing to clear their lines, and Hashioka took the shot at the second time I'm asking all the way through. Unfortunately for him, the flag was up for offside. Fairouz Hassan adjudged to have been in the way of Fikri. And once again, have a look at Fikri's handling here. There we have it. Sure, his sight was obstructed, but it is worrying when your goalkeeper is letting in goals like that. Thankfully, he was disallowed. Talk about questionable goalkeeping. Koga there found himself in a spot of bother with Ilhan Fandi for company. He failed to clear. Takahiro Koga straight to Ilhan. Thankfully, there was too much on the ball, and he did regather through a goal kick. There you have it. That's the best of the first half action here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Here are some stats, and the stats tell the story on its own. The Young Lions have offered 1 shot, not even on target. They've got 1 yellow card and 1 offside. And how about that for the champions? 12 shots for Albirex Niigata, 4 on target, 2 corners, and they've been found offside 2 times, including a disallowed goal for captain Hashioka. This, of course, is one of 4 live games happening across the island. It remains goalless between Balestier Khalsa and Tampines Rovers. Tanjung Pagar United and the Lion City Sailors are still drawing level. Over at Hougang Stadium, Hougang United and Geylang International, there have been 2 goals, 1 apiece between Hougang and Geylang International. Tomoyuki Doi with the goal for Hougang, Amy Reka with the goal for Geylang International, and as we confirmed at Jalan Besar, it's 1-0 for Albirex against Young Lions. The second half is just minutes away. Stay with us for the rest of the action.
AIA Vitality. Your health is every choice you make. We are part of a global wellness program with over 1.65 million members in AIA across Asia. And in Singapore, we have more than 100,000 members on AIA Vitality. Members live healthier by knowing their health through online health assessments and screenings. They improve their health by logging exercises and enjoying the rewards to keep them going. And indeed, members are making improvements in their health. Even the vitality age gap has narrowed to less than a year. Best of all, you earn points for every activity. The higher your status, the greater the rewards, including up to 15% off insurance premium on selected AIA plans. To keep you going, there is the weekly fitness challenge with personalized targets to help pace and improve your fitness. When you complete the challenge, you get a spin on the Vitality Wheel to earn Vitality coins, which you can use at the marketplace. That's not all. You also earn AIA Vitality points for completing these activities. And very soon, you'll be on your way to Platinum status. And we sweeten the deal further with many exciting partner benefits that you can enjoy. With AIA Vitality, nothing gets better than a healthier you. So get on to AIA Vitality today because your health is every choice you make.
Again, a very warm welcome back to the Jalan Besar Stadium as that brilliant Super Select Ball, the official match ball. And we are at the Jalan Besar Stadium for the Young Lions and Albirex Niigata. As it stands at halftime, it's advantage Albirex. They do have a slender 1-goal advantage, and they will be making 2 changes at halftime. Albirex Niigata, it's Nikki Melvin Singh who's come off for Hanada Yasuhiro, and Fairoz Hassan has made way for Makoto Ito. So that's a double change for the champions. As for the Young Lions, they themselves have been... It does look... They did have an injury concern at halftime with Sharul Sazali. For now, though, it looks like he will be okay to continue. As the match official Taufik Tana awaits the return of all the players. Confirmation of the double substitution. Makoto Ito on for Fairoz Hassan. And Nikki Melvin Singh making way for Yasuhiro Hanada. A quick huddle by the champions who have a slender 1-0 advantage. There's your man in picture, Sharul Sazali. Sharul, of course, picked up a back injury towards the end of the first half. Thankfully, he looks okay to continue. And as a result, there are no changes for now for the Young Lions. It is Kiyoshiro Tsuboi who gets the second half underway at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Albirex, of course, dressed in their white strip up against the Young Lions in their customary red kit. Here comes Kunimoto with the long ball forward. Hashioka has given Taniguchi something to chase. Irfan had 2 for company. He's taken both of them out and the ball. Excellent. And the ball's been put out of play for an injury. It's fair play to the Young Lions. So let's have another look. They do have a player on the deck. It does look like it's a shoulder issue, and straight away the physio has been summoned for. There we go. It looked like a coming together. And Makoto Ito, who's just come on at halftime, has hit the deck and stayed on the deck. Oh, it does look like he won't be able to proceed. Conflicting instructions here. It does look like it's a shoulder issue, although Makoto Ito happy to give this a go. The physio is having the look. A player who's just come on replacing Fairoz Hassan in the front line. He's just looking to feel that shoulder. He's been told to go off the pitch of play before he can resume. Some conflicting instructions at the moment, and he is walking off to the side touchline. It does look like he'll be fit to continue as Albirex get us underway with the free kick. Sorry, I do beg your pardon, with the throw in. Taniguchi returns the ball to the Young Lions. A spot of a fair play here from the champions as well as from the Young Lions. Good to see in the game of football. Ridwan Fikri here. Ridwan, of course, had that unfortunate incident in the first half that led to Albrex's goal. He'll be looking to make amends with a stronger showing in the second 45. Once again, asking a lot, and he's done well to keep it, though. Raihan. Smartly done here, as the Young Lions try and conjure something. It's Hami on the ball, and that's an excellent ball for Hami Shahin through to Ilhan Fandi. Unfortunately, the flag went up for offside, but once again, whatever was served at half-time seems to be working, because the Young Lions have come out on the front foot here. Yep, the replay confirming the offside. It is Zamani Zamri who's finding himself on the bench, on the deck. As Takahiro Koga gets us underway. All the way to Hashioka. Hashioka on the throw. Once again, Koga playing a really, really high line, almost as a sweeper keeper. Tezuka in the middle of the park. And here come Albirex. Done well. And that could be two, and outstanding defending. Can they complete the clearance? Yes, they can. And once again, the Young Lions found on the ropes, but dealt with it well. It was Yasuhiro Hanada who's just come on, who put the inviting ball in. Thankfully, the Young Lions cleared their lines just in time. Chiku. Hashioka. Back to Chiku. All the way back to Kunimoto. Tezuka. That's well played from Hanada. Did well to keep it in play as they come again. Kunimoto living dangerously. And that's an interesting ball for Hanada at the chase, and he's done ever so well. Ridwan Fikri this time gathers comfortably. Straightforward enough for Ridwan, and he's done ever so well to just calm things down at the back. Sazali. Sharul Sazali. Zamani there with a flick and a half, and then loses possession, unfortunately, as Albirex look to build. Albirex on the overload, have space, have time, and that's gone in. It is the substitute, Makoto Ito, who's found the net. Talk about impact substitutions. He's taken all of 5 minutes to make an impact. Ridwan Fikri beaten for the second time today. Here we go. Albirex came forward with a plum. And Ito only had one thing in his mind, and that is to find the back of the net. Suboi again with the assist. Ito with the finish. Albirex 2 to the good here at Jalan Besar. He must be giving himself full marks there for bringing on Makoto Ito at halftime, and for the substitute to make the immediate impact that he has. 50 minutes played at the Jalan Besar Stadium, and the Young Lions are trailing by 2-0 against the champions, Albirex Niigata. The Young Lions now really have a mountain to climb. And you think the next goal will be crucial to how this contest pans out. A third for Albirex might well kill this tie as it is. But a goal for the Young Lions would throw a cat amongst the pigeons. There's still about 40 minutes left of football to be played. Anything can happen. The Young Lions have proven that they can claw back 2-goal deficits. It will be a big ask here as Taniguchi comes forward. Suboi. Unfortunately, Suboi was on the sniff for goal number 3. And the flag went up for offside. Chiku. Taniguchi with a deft touch. Unfortunately for Suboi, the flag had gone up. Let's have another look. Was he offside? He just might have been. Ridwan Fikri did well to save as Albirex come again here. It's Tezuka. That unfortunately was just too wide as Ridwan Fikri does well to go across and gather. There has been a goal against at the game featuring Tanjong Pagar United and the Lion City Sailors. At the Jurong East Stadium, of course, that one's happening. And I can confirm that Stipe Plazibat has scored for the Sailors to give them a 1-0 lead against Tanjong Pagar United. Astutely defended by the Young Lions as they clear their lines eventually. And they come forward, or try to at least. Shiku adjudged to have fouled Zamani. And the Young Lions have a free kick here to build something from. Amir Shafi's on the ball for the set piece. The glaring miss of Jacob Mahler in this team has been felt, especially when it comes to set piece opportunities. He was certainly a threat in the 2020 season. And that's an interesting ball by the man who's inherited the armband from Jacob Mahler, Danish Irfan. Young Lions looking to keep things nifty and conjure something here. Anywhere will do. As Hashioka looks to build from the back. Tezuka on the ball. And Tezuka has found Hanada. As much as the Young Lions pour forward in search of a goal, they have to be wary of being caught out at the back. And up against the champions, Albirex, you know they pose a threat that they have to be very careful of. Hanada here has done well to keep the ball. It's Tokiwa. Tezuka. Yamashita. Back to Tezuka. And he's found Hanada. Looking to beat the man, doesn't do it. And once again, given away in a dangerous position. But he's done well to gather possession. And the referee judged that to be a foul, and it's gone in the way of the Young Lions. Zamani Zamri in a spot of bother as he found himself on the deck after this. Challenged by Suboi. Harsuet spreads it out to Danish Irfan. Young Lions looking to build. Have really failed to test Koga thus far. That hasn't been cleared. It has been at the second time of asking. Into the grateful chest of Hami Shahin. Who's given Syed Akmal a bit more to do than he thought. Syed Akmal, though, done well. It's Tokiwa. There's a follow-up, and the referee weighs play on with Albirex in possession of the ball. Here comes Hashioka. Straight to an Albirex man. Tezuka in the middle of the park. And yet another goal has been scored at the Jurong East Stadium. It's the Sailors who are in cruise control. Song Eong with his second goal of the season to give the Lion City Sailors a 2-0 lead against Tanjung Pagar United. Confirmation then, the Sailors 2-0 up against the Jaguars. And that's not all. Another man who's doubled his tally for the season, Tomoyuki Doi, has given Hougang United the lead against Geylang International. 55 minutes played in the Hougang Stadium. And it's Hougang United who lead, courtesy of Tomoyuki Doi's second goal for the Cheetahs. And in the here now at the Jalan Besar Stadium, the Young Lions are trailing 2-0 against Albirex Niigata. Oh, the goals keep coming. 56-minute plays in the game between Balstic Khalsa and Tampines Rovers. And Tampines Rovers have found the lead there. I don't just know the scorer just yet. I will keep you abreast of who the goal scorer is for the Stags when I can. But there have been goals in all 4 games happening across the island now. The one you've tuned into sees the Young Lions trailing 2-0 against champions Albirex Niigata, who as it stands go top of the table with 6 points from 2 games. That's the ball for Ilhan to chase. Good technique. Unfortunately, tame effort that Takahiro Koga gathers gratefully. Ilhan Fandi, there we go, did well to control the ball with his first touch and then unleash a shot with a second. Unfortunately, not enough power on the goal. And Ilhan Fandi with the first real clear-cut opportunity for Koga to be called into action. Here comes Tezuka for Albirex. That's an excellent ball to find Tokiwa. And that is an outstanding save from Ridwan Fikri. That was a certain goal that's been denied by Ridwan as the Young Lions clear their lines. That could have been game, set, match for Albirex. Ridwan, though, making up for his first half mistake with an outstanding save. We'll have another look when we get the chance as Albirex come again looking for the killer goal. I must say the introductions of Hanada and Ito has provided a real penetration for the team in white. And they've come out flying in the second half. Here comes Suboi with a effort that he won't want to revisit in a hurry. Once again, it was Tokiwa who set up the chance. That was outstandingly saved by Ridwan Fikri. Tokiwa with the chest control into the middle. Hanada thought he'd scored there. Ridwan, though, on hand to deny him what would have been a third goal for Albirex. Well, the Young Lions physio has been busy today. That's the third time she's been. Shabil Hisham. Straight away looking to play it forward. Here comes Sharul. Ilhan. Ilhan has lacked any sort of real service today. Has been fairly isolated up front. There was that half a chance where he did well to control the ball and get a shot on target. Unfortunately, not enough sting on the shot. And the other one where Hamish Shahin found him. Unfortunately, Ilhan was in an offside position. Apart from that, he's had a fairly quiet outing over here. As Albirex get us going with this free throw in. Oh, maybe not. The referees said we will have the water break, which usually happens around the 70th minute mark. 70 minutes played here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. And it's the Young Lions who are trailing 2-0 against Albirex Niigata. Ryoya Taniguchi got the ball rolling for Albirex in the first half. And then Makoto Ito stepped off the bench to make it 2 after 50 minutes to give the Japanese team a clinical 2-0 lead. And they have 20 more minutes to see this out and secure a second win in as many games. Meanwhile, let's have another look at the goals here. Ridwan Fikri there, not covering himself in glory. Taniguchi made it 1-0. And then came the goal for Makoto Ito to make it 2-0. This is, of course, one of 4 games happening across Singapore today. In the other games, Balestier Khalsa have now scored 1, but Tampines Rovers have scored 2. The Stags now leading 2-1 against Balestier Khalsa. As for Hougang United, they are 2-1 up against Geylang International. And over at the Jurong East Stadium, it's raining goals. The Sailors are in cruise control. They now lead 4-0 against a hapless Tanjong Pagar United. Once again, it's goals galore since the season has started. 19 on match day 1. And judging by the way the goals are coming in across the island, we're on for a goal fest on match day 2 as well. Here come the Young Lions. Looking for the free kick, nothing came of it. Zamri thought he had a case. Unfortunately, he didn't. Raihan Stewart did well to get possession for his team. And there's 18 minutes left for one final push by this Young Lions team. Shabil Hisham. Ilhan Fandi's done ever so well. It's one-on-one for Ilhan. In the end, gave himself too much to do as Tezuka clears his lines and Albirex come forward through Hashioka. Chiku. Tokiwa. That's an interesting ball. Suboy has sight of goal. Ridwan did ever so well to palm that away. Try as he might, Suboy can't seem to find the back of the net today. An outstanding pass to set him up by Taniguchi. Suboy did everything right. Unfortunately, Ridwan was up to the task. As Albirex coming in here through Tezuka, the flag was up, and Ridwan nevertheless gathers the ball comfortably. I must say, Ridwan seems to have recovered well after a shaky first half, shall we say. Just confirmation of the scorelines elsewhere. As I told you earlier, Tampines Rovers leading 2-1 against Balestier Khalsa. Taufik Suparno and Boris Kapitovic amongst the goals for Tampines. Between that, Amir Hakim has pulled one back for Balestier. Just under 20 minutes left to go, as Albirex will come in search of a third. And at the moment, they're just trying to pick out a pass, the correct pass. As Taniguchi went down in the box, nothing doing, says Taufik Thana. And it's relentless here, the pressure from the champions as they look for a third goal to seal all 3 points. Here comes Daniel Go, who's just come on. Good footwork to Shabil Hashim, the fellow substitute. Hami on the ball, Hami Shahin. Just trying to calm things down, Hami Shahin, as he does. And tries to spread the play all the way to Syed Akmal. Raihan Stewart on the ball. There's a good spell of play here by the Young Lions. Unfortunately, Harish Stewart was caught in 2 minds. And Albirex will see that ball out for a goal kick. The other update is, of course, the game at the Jurong East Stadium. Lion City Sailors 4 goals up. Song Iyong has notched himself a 2nd goal, so that's a Stipe Plazibat double and a Song Iyong double that's given the Lion City Sailors a comfortable 4-0 lead against Tanjong Pagar United. Talk about goal difference. They've scored 4, having scored 3 on match day 1. Look, take a look at the shot count at the bottom right of your screen. Albirex Niigata with 18 compared to Young Lions with 2. I must say that's a fair reflection of proceedings here at Jalan Besar Stadium. No surprise that the champions have been on the front foot from the get-go. The Young Lions have lost 14th consecutive games to Albirex Niigata, and it does look like they're heading for number 15, unless something miraculous happens at the Jalan Besar Stadium. And Shabil Hisham's given it away. Taniguchi has time, has space, looks up. That's a challenge that Taufik Tana is not going to give as a foul. Instead, it's gone out for a goal kick that Ridwan Fikri will take on. Here comes, have a look at Taniguchi, fleet-footed. Syed Akmal, the man who looked to have brought down Taniguchi. Thankfully for Syed, Taufik Tana concurred with him and gave a goal kick. Here comes Ridwan Fikri on the ball. Syed Akmal. Kurimoto on hand to deal with that as Koga spreads the ball out all the way to Ito. And Ito looks for the return. Unfortunately, Danish Irfan looks like he'll get to it first. And Shabil Hisham has gathered the ball in the middle of the park. Syed to Raihan. To Daniel. Raihan had Suboi for company, and again, Suboi is adjudged to have been overzealous in his attempts of haggling the defender. The clock is ticking for the Young Lions to realistically give themselves a lifeline in this game. Danish Irfan came a long, long way from his centre-back position to and one thing you can say about this Albirex performance is it has been clinical. Hashioka, the tireless wing-back, has put that into a decent position. And this might be a chance for Tokiwa, who's picked out Hanada, who's played the ball in, and Suboi has the goal for his efforts. Nothing less than he deserves. Kiyoshiri Suboi. Let's have another look. They failed to clear their lines, and how about this for composure? Hanada kept it in play, put it on a plate, and Kiyoshiro Suboi was not going to miss from there. Let's have another look. Hanada put it in the middle. Suboi with the easiest of finishes for Albrex's third goal of the night, and his third goal in 2 games. It does look like the champions are going to start with 2 wins in 2. A busy night for Kiyoshiro Suboi. 2 assists and 1 goal. And amidst all that, he's got a yellow card as well. All in a day's work for the man they've brought in to replace Tomoyuki Doi. And when you look at the stats of 3 goals and 2 assists in just 2 games, it does bode well for the champions. That's the ball for Raihan to chase. He's got Tokiwa for company. Tokiwa's done ever so well. Although the Young Lions have a corner kick. Taking their time with this corner, it is Sharul who's come all the way from his position at fullback to deliver this ball into the box. Surely they will not salvage a 3-all draw today, but the Young Lions would certainly love a goal just to set up a frantic final 10 minutes. That's gone all the way through. Unfortunately, the header was wide. Ilhan Fandi looking up to the skies. It's been a frustrating afternoon. I do beg your pardon, it's been a frustrating evening for Ilhan Fandi. Hasn't been provided much service, fairly isolated. Hasn't had much in the way of clear-cut opportunities against a very comfortable Albirex Niigata backline. In the build-up, Albirex talked away for Mahiro Takahashi. Oh, I do beg your pardon, it is Kiyoshiro Tsuboi, who in my opinion has been man of the match at the Jalan Besar Stadium. 2 assists, 1 goal to add to his tally of 2 on opening day. He's replaced by number 13, Mahiro Takahashi.
Kiyoshiro Tsuboi being replaced by number 13, Mahiro Takahashi.
Has earned that break, Tsuboi. Assertive goal kick away by Ridwan. As Young Lions look to take this quickly or not. They will take their time with this, and it looks like there will be one final throw of the dice by Coach Philip O, as I see Shafi Jupri getting ready to come on. He does. I've been told, oh, that was a chance for Ilhan. And you can hear him from up here. He's had a frustrating evening at the Jalan Besar Stadium, culminated by that half chance. Once again, it was Sharul with the ball in. Koga didn't gather, and Ilhan felt he should have done better. As I alluded to earlier, it does look like the Young Lions will make their 3rd substitution of the day. Shafi Jubri is stripped and ready to come on, and to my understanding, it might be Hami Shahin who's making way. We will confirm that as soon as we can. In the meantime, though, Hanada with the ball. No rush, picks out Tokiwa. All the way through to Yamashita. Who's got time, who's got space, who's gone for goal. And it's Ridwan Fikri who's only parried it away. And the clearance is complete. Here's Shiku. To Yamashita. To Hashioka. The substitute, Takahashi. Tezuka from range. Again, stinging the palms of Ridwan, who did well to push it away. And Ryan Stewart did ever so well to usher it out as it goes out for a goal kick. Let's have another look at the chance for Yamashita. Too hot to handle for Ridwan, who parried it away, and then Irfan completed the clearance. Confirmation then, it is Hami Shahin who's made way for number 21, Shafi Jubri. Hami Shahin starting his first game of the season, having come off the bench on match day 1. Did show in glimpses what he's capable of, unfortunately not to great effect. He will have tougher assignments ahead as the season wears on and the games come in thick and fast. Shafi, early touch, does well to pass it back all the way to Ridwan. It's Danish on the ball. Shabil to Ridwan. A quick goal update around the grounds. It remains 2-1. Tampines Rovers leading against Balestier Khalsa. There have been goals, though, at the other 2 games. Hougang United now lead 4-1 against Geylang International. Hafiz Abu Sujad and Gilberto Fortunato have added to Tomoyuki Doi's double to give Hougang United a comfortable 4-1 lead against Geylang International. And over at the Jurong East Stadium, there's no stopping the Sailors, who've now scored 5 against Tanjung Pagar United. Just doing some quick math here, it does look like we are on course to match the 19 goal scored in the opening weekend. I do beg your pardon, there have been 16 goals thus far in the 4 games played on match day 2. That's not a bad return. 19 on match day 1, 16 on match day 2. It's the 2021 Singapore Premier League season, and it's very much game on. Every game, of course, coming to you live on StarHub Singtel, the AIA Singapore Premier League Facebook page, as well as the One Play Sports Network. And it's goals galore, and it's game on, so do join us for all the games across the platforms. In the here now, it's the champions Albirex Niigata, who are heading towards their 2nd win in as many games to go top of the Premier League table after just 2 games. As it stands, they will be the only team to maintain a 100% record. There will be 4 minutes of additional time at the end of the regulation 90. Can the Young Lions give themselves a consolation, a late consolation, just a reward for their efforts? Or can Albirex seal the deal with number 4? Not that they need it. They look in comfortable control, on course for another 3 points. Hanada gathers possession in midfield, picks out Yamashita.
And the 4th visual is just indicated that there will be a
Confirmation then.
4 minutes of added time.
4 goals. 4, sorry, I do beg your pardon. 3 goals and 4 additional minutes of stoppage time. Ilhan Fandi's done well to win the header. Unfortunately, ran out of space on the pitch. He's gone all the way back with this throw-in as we close in on the dying embers of this game. And it's been Albirex from start to finish, really. The champions have come, have bossed, have scored 3 goals and on course for 3 points. Hashioka still running down the flank. Late on. And he earns a corner kick for his efforts. And it's Hanada who will come over to take this. One last set piece for the Young Lions to defend. There we go, that's an interesting ball. Taniguchi adamant that it touched a Young Lions player. And he might have a case as a corner kick has been given. Taniguchi with the header at the near post.